What it do, what it do, what it do. Yeah, I'm here. I ain't running from no smoke. You know what it is. I know what it is. First off, if this is your first time coming to the channel, welcome. If you've been here before, I'm glad to see you back. Hard night yesterday. Hard morning today. Let me tell you something. I had this channel and I have, I don't have that many subscribers. I'm kind of new. I'm fairly new. And, it's hard to get some of them views popping on certain videos. But when I say Philadelphia Eagles take this L yesterday, my video popped. What does that say? That says all these Cowboy fans came just to talk trash to me. And rightfully so, they get to do it. Because I'm going to hold my L. I'm going to hold my L. I am not happy with what I saw. 21-7 was the halftime score. And we lose 24-21. You can't make this up. Can't make it up. It was like a movie, a script. Strictly for us Philadelphia characters. That we get to watch a game where we thought we had it. And all of a sudden, the epic collapse happens. Now, is it me or did the collapse feel a little bigger than just one game? Because week by week, we have continued to talk about offensive coordinator and the way he's calling plays. We've continued to talk about A.J. Brown and what they call drama coming to the Philadelphia Eagles. We could continue to talk and have the battles about Jalen Hurts and how he plays and that he doesn't throw the ball. We continue to talk about the negative things surrounding our Philadelphia Eagles, and it all comes to a head in the second half of a game against our division rival, the Dallas Cowboys, who are celebrating right now because this was the Super Bowl of all weeks. And I'm not saying Super Bowl in a bad way. I'm saying Super Bowl because we know how we feel about this game, which hurts me because I heard Saquon Barkley after the game. We didn't want it bad enough. This ain't even about the rivalry. It is. Let me stop. It is. It's about the rivalry. But it's also about, that's an NFC East team who is right behind us. They're second. Now, in theory, we should be able to continue to keep our NFC East. But you don't give that game to them. You don't want it bad enough. They expect us to go to the Super Bowl to win a championship. That means you have to have the killer instinct. You don't want it bad enough? Now look, I'm gonna try to get out of this rambling that I so often do. So let's talk about it real quick. They had 6 drives in the first half, 6 drives in the second half. First half they scored 21 points. The second half they score a donut. Now that's an epic collapse, and I've always said on my channel that I don't believe the offensive coordinator or whoever decides that's really calling them plays. I don't believe they have in-game, and I mean inside game, adjustments. They don't know how to do inside game adjustments, right? Because I've watched them have opening scripts that have been great, or okay, we'll give it good. They've been good to where they can score points, and they did it this week. But like last week, they had one, and it got called back. It was the execution that did not help that particular opening script. But after the opening script, again, I'm going to say it one more time because I don't want to keep saying it. I'll probably say it next week. They have no identity. And I mean, game plans can dictate what you do as far as an offense and as far as a defense. However, you still have an identity. So when you play the game, yes, you can do the script for that specific team, but you know what your strengths are and you're able to use it regardless, however you want to use it during the game. And I don't see it. And again, I think it's because he doesn't know. That's my opinion. All you need is a touchdown or 2 in the second half. You win. I heard people talking about they was force feeding A.J. Brown, and whenever you force feed A.J. Brown, we lose the game. All right, take that theory with you. Now, they force fed, which they really didn't. Alright, so real quick, my mic died, so I did a whole video and had to come back on here after I charged my mic up, once I realized I didn't have a mic. So that sucked some of the energy out of this video. Anyway, not only that, right after I did that, real quick story, I was on, checking out some of my other videos. Man, you guys said some hateful stuff. I'm like, man, I'm glad I got the right mindset. But anyway, let's get right back at it. I think I left off at A.J. Brown. So, people was talking about force feeding A.J. Brown. But in theory, the game plan was to strike at their secondary. Because we thought we could take advantage of it, right? We went at the secondary, and first half, A.J. Brown, 5 catches, 67 yards, right? Boom, we're up 21 points. 21-7 into that first half. Second half, he didn't get quite as much targets originally, right? We decided we wanted to establish the run game, which I can't get mad at that. Establishing a run game helps. However, the runs in which they tried to get started, unacceptable. Unacceptable. Not only that, Saquon Barkley, man, he's running behind the same offensive line Tank Bigsby is running behind. Now, I think they should just go ahead and split some of the reps for now. That Saquon Barkley, whatever's going on, he'll get to where he needs to be because he's a great player, right? Let Tanks get some of that. Tank only had one rush. Now, I mean, that's not saying we only rushed the ball between running backs. We only rushed the ball a total of 11 times. Saquon Barkley 10 times, 22 yards. Tank Bigsby 1 time, 8 yards, right? I believe he might have got one more rush in, and I think that one got called back. I'm not sure. Don't beat me up. But what I'm saying is, so you had A.J. Brown getting the ball. In the second half, what happened? You started off with the tight ends. Cool. Understandable. They was getting some that got called back with a penalty. That first one, Calcaterra caught a pass. Great. After that, it was Dallas Goedert. And that one got called back for a penalty. That hurt your game plan or strategy for that particular drive, right? So penalties hurt us big time. 14 penalties, 96 yards. You're not almost could have got a win. That's not really exactly what killed us. But 14 penalties, 96 yards is unacceptable, right? That's uncharacteristic of the Philadelphia Eagles as well. 5 of those particular penalties came in the first half. The other 9 was the second half, where we had our ultimate collapse. But what really hurt us was the 2 turnovers. First turnover by Saquon Barkley. And I brought up A.J. Brown because on that same particular play, I don't think Jalen Hurts seen him because there's a lot of things that go on when you're playing football, right? We could for any sport, to be honest with you. You could go on and be like, oh, I should have saw that. No. He didn't see A.J. Brown jumping up and down. And I was able to see it from the corner of the TV. He was jumping up and down. He was wide open, trying to get the ball. And he was not that far. Saquon Barkley was on this side, close to the line of scrimmage. A.J. Brown was literally on the other side, close to the line of scrimmage. But he had a little bit more room to make a move, right? Anyway, we know what happened. Saquon Barkley fumbles the ball. Boom, whatever. Then special teams. Gibson. First off, I seen it coming. Because I felt it in my gut. I don't know if you felt it, but I felt it in my gut. Kickoff. Tom Brady or the other announcer was like, oh my gosh, why he catch the ball? It was all the way down there. Should let it go. Fine. He catches the ball. Doesn't fair catch it. Catches the ball, tries to make a move. Sometimes doing too much is a little too much. So, tries to make a run and fumble. Right there. That was the ultimate hit that hurt us. That was the last straw that broke the bridge. You feel me? Because literally, all they had to do was go a couple yards to get a touchdown. And that killed any type of momentum we were trying to get. All the momentum was on Dallas Cowboys side at that point. Now, like I said, I actually did a whole video without this microphone. So, I'm condensing some things. I mean, I'll come back to the conclusion once again. And like I said, is it me or did the collapse of this particular game feel bigger than one game? Because week by week, we've always keep talking. Offensive side of the ball. See the defense doing their thing. Offensively, though, like A.J. Brown said, can't put a Band-Aid on this type of thing. We need to get it going. And he's totally correct. I don't care how you may feel about how he's handling it or what he's saying, or if you just think he's a drama queen or however you want to say it, a diva. No, he's absolutely correct. And they have to get it done right now. Nick Sirianni went on to say that we didn't coach well and we didn't play well enough. Well, that's every week. So the thing about coaching, if you are the coach, you know who you have. Who's your personnel? Business owner, who's your personnel? You know your players, right? A good coach, good coordinator knows their players, their strengths, and has things to help their strengths come out. Draws up plays to the strengths of their players. Or you just have a coach that's able to at least call plays and has the feel for the game. Then you have a coach that's just calling plays, trying to figure it out. I don't know where we at in those three tiers, but it's not looking good. And, he said they have to figure it out, so they have to figure it out. One word that they keep talking about, we have to respond. You're absolutely right. You have to respond. Because hearing things like, we didn't want it bad enough, we're supposed to be thinking about going to the Super Bowl. Supposed to be winning week by week, trying to get that number 1 seed. And to say that we didn't want it bad enough, that's no killer mentality. That's no championship mentality. So where do we stand here today? Philly as a whole had a dark Sunday. Eagles lose in that epic collapse in the second half. Philadelphia 76ers take on Miami and lose by more than 10 points. The Union take on NY and lose semifinals of the Eastern Conference. That was a 1, 2, 3 knockout. That's knockout Sunday. No win. Now, still hope. Philadelphia Eagles got a great defense, man. I seen what happened. You also see what happens when they have to go to the backups, secondary wise. It's not looking so great. I hope Reed Blankenship gets better. Coop did an okay job playing outside cornerback. You can see there's a lack of knowing each other with Michael Carter, second, as far as playing with the first unit. We'll get better. Defense, I'm not too worried about the defense. Dallas Cowboys had the 4th best offense in the NFL, and the defense still placed us in position to win. The offense has to get fixed. Point blank and simple. Stephen A. Smith, he got it right. Man, my man Ray. I got to give a shout out to my man Ray at Engine 78. He's a Dallas Cowboy fan. First thing I got on my phone was a text message. Oh my gosh. Going in, man. They're going in on me. Going in. And rightfully so. Because they can. They won. Only way you could get back to them is you have to respond. I'm a fan of Dragon Ball Z, and every time they come up against an unstoppable force, and that force starts hitting them and facing adversity, next word or next sentence and phrase that is said is, we have to respond. Philadelphia Eagles, what's your response? Because it can't be the exact same that you've been doing every week. What's your response? Much love to everybody out here. Listen, man, I appreciate y'all stopping by, listening to my content, listening to me talk your ears off for a couple seconds or whatever. Hit that like, hit that comment, subscribe. Helps the algorithm, helps my channel. And before I go, like I said, I also do motivation. So I'll be setting my video out. It's actually a video on what I'm about to say now today. Because I'm going to start leaving, my little 2 cents after each video. But again, Philadelphia had a dark sports Sunday that has an effect on our people here in the city, as well as, I guess, other cities when your team loses. But when the team loses here, you don't want to go outside. Because when you go outside, it looks dark and dreary. People not talking the same. Everybody's just having a straight conversation of all negativity. Seems like everybody's not on one with each other. I mean, obviously that's happening anyway. But I just want to leave y'all with a message today. Philadelphia and outside of Philly, because this is for motivation for anybody. You get what I'm saying? But I'm taking it straight from my Lords, because when you watch games, or you can always take things from anything. You know what I mean? Some things have a message behind everything. But this is my message for you today. I hope you like it. I don't know. Please send it to somebody else. But today's message: a 21-0 lead. Just like the Eagles, 21-0 lead in life is the day everything feels okay. Everything feels easy. I don't know. Client work is flowing. Views are up on your YouTube channel. Bills, you're ahead of your bills in life. Content is doing great. And that's exactly when complacency sneaks in and takes everything. I challenge you, viewers. I challenge you, family. I challenge you, Eagles. I challenge you, everybody. Dallas fans. Anyway, pick an area in your life where you've been just playing not to lose. Whether it's content doing for YouTubers, whether it's training, whether it's business, whether it's your relationship. And I challenge you to switch that from playing not to lose, switch it to playing to win. Switch it to playing to win. Add one more rep to your workout. Add one more day to your workout. If you're not working out at all, but you know you need to work out, do it. If you've been eating bad, I challenge you, stop drinking the soda. For me, stop drinking the tea. Put that one bar down. When you go to work, I challenge you to do that thing that is a little risky. If you're doing content, you didn't want to do this because you ain't think it was going to flow, try it out. Go ask for that raise. Knowing that you've been doing everything possible, but take it a step further. Then I also challenge you to make one uncomfortable outreach that could change your next 6 months. I challenge you to make one uncomfortable outreach that could change your life for the next 6 months. Heck, that could change somebody else's life. Anyway, y'all know what we do. Motivate here. Enjoy your Thanksgiving. If I don't see you before then, I will be dropping some more videos in between. But enjoy Thanksgiving. Enjoy your family, your loved ones. Motivate to elevate is what we do. Please elevate somebody close to you. We out of here.